Versace, bitch. Look at this shit. Medusa. Versace. That's how these chicks know that I got moolah in my fucking account. Now, I think crypto's better anyway. Crypto's way better than fiat. So, actually, maybe I should start talking about this more. Crypto and fiat, how you can fucking stop being a slave to the system. That's another way how to become high value. But today, we're gonna talk about game, right? How much does game mean? How important is game? Game, for me, is not very important. Because like I preach in this channel, there's two things you need to improve to bang the most chicks possible. Only two things. Which is your looks. So obviously you can see that I'm freaking jacked, right? You can see the gains. Fucking got veins in my arms, right? Broad shoulders. I have a nice and symmetrical face. I recently got a beard, which makes me look better. I need to get a haircut. I got fucking style. My Versace shirt, my Versace shoes, right? People for some reason like this chain here. Like with my chain here, just looks cool. Usually I have my watch as well. And I'm arrogant and confident. When I say arrogant, chicks just call me that, but real arrogance is like, it's insecurity. So they just call me that to tease me, but what they're trying to say is that I'm confident as fuck. That's what you need to be. You need to be good looking and you need to be confident. Now the confidence, what the confidence does is it allows you to play the numbers game. So actually the second thing you need is to play the numbers game, which basically means ask out as many girls as you can. Look good and say this line to as many girls as possible. Hey, do you want to hang out and get some drinks sometimes? If you look good and you say this line to 100 girls, you're gonna have no problems getting girls, okay? But how much does game have to do with this? Now, I don't like game, but at the same time, game is something more advanced. If you just want to bang and you just want to get your willy wet, you don't need game, because as I said, the only thing you basically need to do is create a Tinder account, look as good as possible, upload some cool pics of yourself while you have a cool lifestyle and you look good. Tell the chicks, say, hey, how's your day going? If they respond, my day is going good, and yours, say my day is going fantastic. I'm not on Tinder so much. Let's talk on Instagram. Follows you on Instagram, sees you have a cool life. You say, hey, let's get some drinks sometime. She says yes. You meet her, touch her a little bit, have some drinks. Say, hey, let's watch a movie at my place. You go to your place, you fuck them. Basic protocol. And as you can see, there's no game here involved. Now, the reason why I want to talk about the game as well is, for example, what should you tell a girl while you're on the date, right? Because I just laid out I basically laid out what I do to get them in the funnel. But what do you say to her, for example, on a date? Now, one thing I preach is to talk as little as possible, because we all know that girls are egotistical, empty vessels who just think about themselves because they're females. Now, this is nothing to say against females, it's just their female nature. Because obviously I love females. I like females. Females are fantastic. They can be a great asset to your life if you use them correctly. Women make your life sweeter, and it's like seasoning on your rice. That's what females are for. Females are fantastic, especially if they're like good quality. But in the beginning, most females, they don't know you. They don't know who you are. If people don't know who you are and they don't have a genuine connection with you, they don't give a shit about you. You gotta understand this. Even the girls who are attracted to you and you meet them and you go out on a date with them, they don't give a shit about you yet. You haven't fucked them. You haven't soul locked them or whatever. So what you want to do is to make them feel comfortable around you. That's the number one thing. That is what game actually does, make them feel comfortable. But this requires almost no game, because all you gotta do, I'm telling you guys, this is a fucking magic trick. When I started doing this, my pussy rate bumped up significantly. It got significantly easier to sleep with girls, which is let them talk as much as possible. Now, I used to listen to that advice, and it's oh, let the girl talk. What does that mean? Now, let me tell you what that means and how to do it. You asked the girl questions about herself. Very simple. You cannot fuck this up, guys. You simply ask her questions about herself, and then you just listen and let her talk. And you can, of course, elaborate on some things she says. So let me give you a perfect, like some perfect simple examples of what I ask girls. It might sound very basic, but that's my point. So I asked her, so what do you do in your free time? Okay, now I'll sit back and I just let her talk. Because she's going to say a few things. Oh, I like to, go shopping. I like to, it's always the same thing. I like to meet friends. I like to relax. Maybe they'll say like one hobby that they have. I don't know, maybe riding horses. And there's some girls who actually ride horses. Perverted motherfuckers. But she'll say some things, right? And I'll pick something. For example, let's say she says she likes reading books. I'll say, okay, cool. What kind of books have you read? How many books have you read? She'll say, I like this one book a lot, and it's an interesting book. It showed me a lot, and it taught me a lot, and this and that. And I really enjoyed that book. And females will talk. Like, they will actually talk. Then you just say something short. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to read a lot of books too. And, I think books are great. Like, how much do you read in a year? How many books do you read in a year? It's like, yeah, books are really cool. That's why I like reading them too. When I was young, I read a little bit more, but now I don't have so much time. I read maybe 10 books a year or something like that. I try to keep up as much as possible. Oh, okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, if you read books, it definitely makes your brain, it definitely makes you a little bit more smarter. So yeah, reading books is great. And then I ask her, so what did you do today before you came to the date? Yeah, I had to do this and that. You see what I mean? Like, you just let the chick talk. Just ask her basic ass questions about her day, about herself, about her parents, about her family. Just basic ass shit. Literally, one of my go-to questions here in Latin America, because most chicks here haven't traveled much. So I'll be like, so which countries have you been to? Oh, I've been to this country, I've tried this country. I haven't gone to Europe yet, but I really want to go to Europe. Oh, cool, you should visit me in Austria. Yeah, that would be really nice, this and that, blah, blah. And you just fucking let them talk. Don't say much. Now, there's several reasons why you don't want to talk much on a date. Number one reason is people like to talk about themselves. This is a charisma trick. Whenever you meet someone, say as little as possible. It's even in the fucking Bible. He who listens, I don't know what they call it, but something with listens. You should listen. He who talks is a fool. Something like that. Always listen. Whenever you meet a new person, always let them talk as much as possible. People are going to think you're way more charismatic, and they're instantly going to like you more, especially girls. You're like, wow, this guy knows a lot about me now. I feel comfortable, this and that. Now let me suck his D. That's how it goes. And also, what happens if you let the girl talk, you can just, like, when I let the girl talk, I'm not even listening really to what she says, okay? I'm just thinking, okay, how can I touch her? So she talks, and I take her hand, like this. Let her talk, just look her in the eye, put my head kind of sideways, which looks sexier, and just nod. Okay. And I'm thinking, how can I bring this chick to my place? Or I put my hand on her thigh, like this. And slowly go up, slow. I'm calibrating, okay? Going up too much, go a little bit down, go a bit too much, go a little bit down. Okay, now I can go a little more up. She seems comfortable. While she's just talking and talking and talking. You don't want to talk. Talking, it uses brain capacity. You don't want to use brain capacity on talking, especially if it's dumb shit. Girls only talk about dumb shit anyways. She won't teach you how to fucking get rich with crypto. You can talk with me about that. She won't teach you how to get new residencies in new countries, make sure that you're fucking bulletproof of corona and then lockdown. She won't tell you shit. She's gonna talk some basic ass shit, so you don't want to talk much about it. You just want to see, okay, how can I get laid? Do you understand me? Now, on top of that, so you get it comfortable. So now, while she's getting comfortable and she's talking, she's distracted. So you can run more, I call this seductive. So I made a video about this. So basically what you can do, because people have mirror neurons, so people can feel what you feel. That's one of the quickest ways to make people like you. If you want people to like you, make sure you have this feeling inside of you, feeling that, oh, this person is really interesting, and this person has a lot of interesting things to say. If you feel that, you make yourself feel like that, the person will feel the same thing, because we humans have neuroneurons. The person will feel the same thing you're feeling and feel good too. If you feel comfortable while talking to someone, he's gonna feel comfortable too. And with girls, now comes the trick. If you want her to feel horny and sexual, you just feel horny and sexual inside of you. Now, I don't mean this in a creepy way, but more like in a charming, seductive way. So you see, like how I'm talking to you right now, right? I will never talk with girls like this, because like this is more of an entertainment. Now, if I'm talking to girls, my voice goes a little bit lower and slower. My eyelids are dropping a little bit, and I put my head on the side. Okay, cool. So what was your favorite book that you read before? Okay, nice. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, that book sounds interesting. Maybe I'll give it a try. Is that the only book you liked? Okay. Fucking rubbing her thighs. Okay, sweet. I understand. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to read a lot of books. But, now I have a lot to do with work. But it sounds interesting. So what did you do before you came here? You see, like, I'm feeling like this seductive vibe in my body. And now, while she's distracted with talking, now I can feed her subconscious mind with what I want her to feel, because bitches go off feelings. So I feel something, she feels something, and she's distracted with all the talking, so she doesn't notice that I'm doing that. She just thinks like, okay, I'm comfortable, and this guy's kind of making me feel like good, like I feel sexy, and all of a sudden she's getting wet, and then all of a sudden I say, hey, what about we go to my room, we can put on a movie. She's like, yeah, why not? And then all of a sudden she's a fucking D inside of her. That's how it works. So you want to talk as little as possible so you can do these things, okay? Make sure you get that into your brain. That's why game is overrated, especially when you want to bang. Game gets important more afterwards, because you have to be careful what you say and how you say it and when you say it, so that, she can come back. And because what you want to do is, after you bang a girl, you banged her, you won, right? Now what you want to do is you want to make her come to you. But at the same time, you can't be too distant, because then she thinks that you just play her and you just fucked her, right? Because literally, I said this in another video, like one of the problems I have on dates is girls literally telling me, I bet you do this with a lot of girls, I bet you fuck a lot of girls, did you meet another girl before you came here? And like, I have to like be quick on my feet and respond. Now what I do now is I just jokingly say, yeah, maybe, who knows, maybe I was with another girl. And drives them crazy, and they get wet, and I don't confirm, but at the same time I'm kind of confirming. I'm like in this twilight zone, which makes bitches fucking crazy, okay? They love that shit. So once you're more advanced and you bang girls, now you can think about game, what to tell them, how you can fucking maneuver like player accusations, how to make them come back for more. That's when game becomes important. But if you just want to bang, game ain't important. It's not fucking important, okay? Now, if you want to learn more about how to use your body language to seduce a girl while she's just talking, being distracted, and you use subconscious mind tricks to make her horny, make sure to watch the video that I made, which is called Body Language Techniques to Seduce Women. Make sure to check that out and let me know how it goes.